Good morning, everyone. My name is Alex, and welcome back to the Calmlands, where we are just having a wonderful, fun time getting, well, ready to harvest out the wheat, because we got that done. So that is ready to go. We're going to do a lot of planting today. We do have the new setup, so we're going to give that a run, and I'm sure that we can find something else to keep ourselves busy with as well. But this is going to be the first part. It is going to be a direct sell because, well, we don't need it for anything. The pigs are pretty well taken care of, but I do need to, as soon as I'm in line here, I need to hit the button, the correct one. There we go. Yeah, we need to keep the straw because that is worth selling. So everything's going to be direct sell today. We are saving up to buy at least 3 fields in one crack. There's, unless something extremely valuable comes up, I don't think that there's anything else that I want to necessarily buy right off the bat. So we're definitely going to be just kind of saving up and hopefully saving enough money. Well, I thought that I would unload that on the run, but I guess not. We'll save up enough money to buy fields 1, 11, 26, and 27. I know I said 3, but that fourth one should be pretty easy to come across. And it's not going to be too awful far away. So it's like 80 grand plus, I think it's 180 per, so that'd be 360. Plus that another 80 would be what? 460 plus another 180, 640 grand, give or take a little bit, should get us those. And I know that seems like, oh god, that's like really, really far away. It's not going to be. We have canola coming in. We have the sugar plant is still running. That's making us stuff. I have sunflower seeds that I need to take up there and put into the production to get more sunflower oil. So that's another one. And we're going to get all of the fields that are empty today planted. I won't be doing any plowing. We're just going to direct drill everything and get them set for another cash crop. And hopefully, doing all of that with all of the time savings that we have, we should be able to get those. And when those are done, then we can start saving up for a big dairy. I'd like to place that around field 27 up there. Is what I'm really thinking that we should do. Now this is filling up fairly quickly, so that's always a good sign. It does look like we're bringing in the normal amount that this field can output. We have reached the point in our playthrough where basically anytime I do a harvest, it is now what it can be. So I'm not too worried about rates now. We've got a lot of other factors that kind of come into what kind of money we make, what our revenue is versus what our actual profit is. There's just a lot of other things going on in this series. When we are able to buy the 4 top fields, the amount of the silage that we're going to pull out of there is going to be immense, and I'm hoping it will be a direct buy for the new dairy is what I'm hoping. I want to get that done. We are going to look at moving probably the pigs down into field 17. There is a little area there that I'd like to set up a bigger barn for them, is what I'm kind of hoping to do. As we continue this series out, there are things that I'm learning about how productions need to run. And basically, we need bigger. We need to be more. And we were doing the small town farm thing as much as we could. But I think we're at the point now where we just need to expand and get on with it. So we're going to expand and get on with it. So the amount of straw that we're going to pull out of here is absolutely massive, and I'm here for it. But another thing I'm here for is you guys hitting the like button, and if you're new here, hitting subscribe and ringing the little bell. That way we know what's up and we can help grow the channel, because we are on our way to 2,500 subs, which is going to be on the way to 3 and then 6 and then all the things, right? So yeah, that's just me asking for you to hit a button. Thanks. I don't know if there's 2 trailer loads or not in that field, but I guess we're going to find out. So here goes the first one. Let's try to get in the pit here like the human beings that we are and not a bunch of animals. Right at 38,000 some odd dollars. That's not too shabby for, well, wheat. Wheat's always pretty cheap and was selling for 668,000, I do believe. Harvest done before lunchtime. I'll take that any day of the week. So I'm going to run this up to the store. We'll see what they sell for, and then we'll go on to our next little project. So we're 188 right now. Let's see where we end up. Almost $221,000 now. So we need 440 more $1,000-ish, which again is not very far away. So I'm just going to use the fast bale for this. I think it's going to be probably the best option. That way I can just pick up the bales with the auto load trailer and just get them on there. So hopefully this doesn't take too awful long. We're just going to buzz through it real quick, make a ton of bales, and then go and pick them up. We were able to pull 52 bales out of that field. That's quite good. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, also it's raining, so my tractor's getting clean, because that's a thing I forgot existed. Right at $700 per bale. We're making good money. So I just delivered 42. I'm going to pick up the last 10, and we'll see where we end up. Probably around 263. Don't hold me to that. Last 10 here. Come on. There we go. Oh, yeah. Not even 259. Okay. Well, let's go hop in the drill, or the Versatile, which is pulling the drill. Get that thing filled up. I'm sure that's going to cost us all of the money. And we'll figure out what crop we're going to plant. Now, some of you know I did replace this little, our bag pile with this thing. Oh God. Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot. So we need to go to next cover. And hopefully it'll let me fill. It never works on these. I swear this thing is like the game's glitched or something. Come on, there we go. 6K, $6,000. So we spent what, 13K, 13K on seeds and fertilizers. And I think what I'd like to plant is going to be, I'm really thinking oat. Let's take a gander. So it's the month of March right now. And more than likely, if we do oat, it'll be ready in July or August, which is it's going to be its lowest. Same for wheat and barley, sorghum. We don't have none of those. We can't do this, I don't think. No. Okay. Well, let's just do oat, because we hardly ever do oats. So let me run up to the... Well, I guess we could start here. I don't know how long this is going to take, is what I'm actually afraid of. So let's get it all the way unfolded here. I don't think it's going to take too long. What I'm more worried about is refilling it. We don't have a tender big enough to feed this thing now. And I need to get positioned better. Come on, Versatile, you can do it, buddy. So this guy is at the very limit of what we can pull with the Versatile. So we need to start thinking about a bigger four-wheel drive. I do want a bud, but I want, like, not the base game bud, I think. I'd rather have an older bud, but all of them really suck. There's really not many good American mods for FS22. They're all kind of junk. I'm just going to be honest. There's some okay ones, but a lot of them are just bad. So I'm going to have to figure that out. And I don't want to remake another mod. So that's not going to happen. I'm not going to make my own big bud. Not yet, anyway. What we will do is get today's screenshot. So you guys get to tell me whether or not this is good or bad. And we're going to hit a 2 button here. And try to bring everything into focus best we can. I think that looks pretty good. So I need to figure out a larger four-wheel drive. And some people have mentioned the Fendt 1050 or a Challenger 1050 for America, even though I see more Fendts than I do Challengers. The problem with that is it's not articulated, and while that's good for the game, it's not good for realism. So I'm sure that you could hook a Fendt to one of these big drills, and it would probably work. The problem with the big Fendts is they're stubby. Like, you don't look at them as being short, but they're actually very compact for their size, and they are big. The tractors are big, but the weight's kind of not in the right places for this kind of work. What I mean is we've got a couple different things going on here. So as we're pulling on the drill is pulling on the container, right? Well, that force is equal throughout that hitch. So the force is towed directly onto the Versatile. The problem is when the as the plow digs in, it wants to rotate forward, okay? And when it wants to rotate forward, it pulls up on the back of the Versatile. So the tractor being longer helps with traction because it acts as a different kind of lever. So we have the weight plus the lever action. The Fendt is really, really short. The Fendt works great for basically everything else. Like if you want to pull a disc, works great. The weight of the soil and the tool and everything is applied directly onto the rear tires of that tractor. But when you get into situations like this, yes, you can do it with a front wheel assist. I'm not saying that you can't, but it's not the most good. Where, you know, in a game sense, a front wheel assist would be better for us because Courseplay really doesn't like to do articulated tractors. So I'm kind of like torn on that route. We could also do a 2-track tractor, but you kind of like in the same thing. Plus 2 tracks to me drive weird, and they're not like my cup of tea. Like if one come up cheap, yeah, I'm probably not going to pass it. Like if we seen a 9RT for, I don't know, 200 grand, it'd probably be worth having. But for the majority of what we're doing, not so much. I would like to have a articulated tractor, maybe like a quad track, or if we're going to go big, then might as well just get a bud that's heavy enough. It's really down to the weight on what we're looking for around here. Is we want to be able to apply whatever tractive effort we have into the ground because we're not in the flattest of lands. So having that horsepower available to us so we don't spin out is going to be key. Alright, so I guess what I'm going to do is we're going to do a time lapse, and I'm going to do 4 fields, technically 3 fields, but I'm going to say 4 fields. So we have this field, we have potato field, and we have the big field is what all we're going to try to get done. I'm sure I'm going to have to stop and get some fertilizer for this guy, and that's going to be probably painful, is honestly what I'm going to say. It might be a little bit painful, but it is having to bring back all the soil, and all the soil is bad. So that's what we're going to do. So sadly, this is where I have run out of time for today's video. I will go ahead and, well, finish planting this off of stream or recording, whatever, and I will just get that done. We'll go to the next day, and it'll be fine. So we're doing oat here and up in the potato field, so that should be pretty good. I think in the next episode we'll have to do a little bit of weeding, and we're going to have to do some more fertilization. I do have the sensors on the New Holland for better uptake of the fertilizers, so we'll have to give that a go. I've never tried it yet. I think we had it on the Deuce Fire, but I never had something to use it with. So we'll just have to take a gander at that. I did have somebody comment that they thought I should be using pesticides for our weeding instead of weeding. We don't do that here because I'm just a filthy hippie. And we try to do everything au natural. So, you know, we try to do plowing as little as we can. We... you know, we don't use any kind of pesticides. We did it one time, and it was an absolutely horrible result. We actually got, like, I think it was like 15% less yield out of that field. And yeah, that was not a fun one. Even with using the John Deere sprayer, there's still going to be a hit. So I'd rather just do the little manual weeder thing. This tractor is still really underpowered, but we do have more power, I think, available to us. I think I can upgrade the engine, so I'll be taking a look at that, and I'll have to kind of weigh it out and see, you know, is it worth doing for this tractor. In the next episode, should be episode 70, we will be talking about getting rid of some of the tractors and equipment. So if you guys want to leave a comment down below about what you think I should get rid of and what we should keep, you know, if you guys have a favorite, let me know. There are a few things off the table, like the old Mog and the John Deere Lands combine. Those are, you know, basically untouchable, along with the Farmall. So basically, like our beginning things, and the little mini tractor. Everything else should be up for grabs for you guys to go, no, we don't need this anymore. Now, it's not going to make sense for us to get rid of the New Holland because we just got it. So, but I need to get rid of some items for some performance issues. Unless y'all want to just hop on my Patreon and give me enough money to buy an RTX 4090, then we can just keep plugging along. But that's not going to happen today, so we're not going to worry about that. Plus, I don't have the power output for that. Like, I can only pull so many amps out of the wall. That thing's just, ugh. It's too much. Too much, too much, too much. This is really, really efficient, though. I was actually surprised at how much we were able to get done and how quickly it did it. I was thinking, oh, I'll get through, you know, like half of this field and have to stop. We were able to finish 2 fields in the amount of time that it would normally take me to do 1 with the old drill. So this is a definite upgrade, even if the tractor is a little underpowered. But that is going to do it for me today. So you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.